You also need a government that can recognise its own mistakes and pivot when you have the power to do so. I do love seeing former Prime Ministers say, well, if only we this and we only that, as if they weren't in a position to pass laws to do any of those things. Most notably, former Prime Ministers who complain about our involvement in Afghanistan. They could have pulled us out. Former Prime Ministers who say they would have passed marriage equality but didn't when they had full command of the Parliament and had the pathway to do so. The Prime Minister was at one point the Treasurer, but now he's the Prime Minister. And he realised that sub-deal with France was not good enough. They were charging us too much, they were taking too long, and in the end it wouldn't be good enough. So, yep, you ruffle some feathers, you're going to piss some people off along the way, but he made the right decision, one especially that focuses our ability to defend ourselves against China.
That was always a difficult decision for Australia. It was the right decision for Australia. We worked closely with the United States and the United Kingdom, and we kept them up to date, the administration, with where we're at in our various discussions with France.
Now, I'm not pretending that any one person is perfect or they're the best version of politics that's ever been, but I do like that it's multiple fronts where the Prime Minister isn't just flapping his gums, but he's on the right side of history. He's honoured about China. He's honoured about the pandemic. He's honoured about Australia's attitude towards pace and change when it comes to climate, when countries like China are able to continually pollute upwards and upwards until 2030, let alone net zero, which isn't even 2050 for them, it's 2060. And then there is the other issue of our time, which is, of course, social media, which often ends up being the internet's toilet door, but in many ways it's able to get away with it because of anonymity that people are allowed to have on social media, something, again, the Prime Minister is willing to confront with world leaders.
After making those comments on social media about the social media issues and the digital platforms, the Argentinian president who's sitting next to me leant over and grabbed me by the arm and he said, we have that challenge too.
Good. This is what you want in a representative representing our country, representing our interests and representing people back here. I think it's going to be a good couple of weeks for the PM. But yes, the backseat drivers will tell you it's nothing but mistakes, left, right and centre. Friendly fire or foe, doesn't matter. Look at things for what you see them to be and how you feel is reasonable. It's how you react to the obvious thing of an Australian Prime Minister on the world stage, with total focus back here, not trying to get a job at the UN.